Welcome back. Thank you all for joining me for tonight's double feature, which is going to be a Cello box of 1990 tops, or should I say a partial Cello box sent in, actually ripped open tonight on the episode of Mailbag Monday, sent in by our buddy Joe P. to continue this exhaustive search that I've been after for most of my life, but on YouTube I've been doing these videos for it's about 5 years now, so almost my entire tenure on YouTube has been desperately chasing after this iconic card, and Randy just took a freaking tumble in the background. But we're chasing after the Nnof on front, Frank Thomas rookie, the error card that is more elusive than the Holy Grail, basically. And the most recent one sold, I saw on eBay for 20,000 bucks. So you can gauge what kind of value you're chasing after here. A PSA 8 sold for 20 grand earlier in June of last month, which is absolutely nuts. So they're very hard to pull, and 90 tops, there's tons of it out there. The chances of finding it, very difficult. So thank you guys all for being here. Let's rip into these and see what we can find. Now, given it's a partial box, my guess instantly is that somebody opened these and they came across a Frank Thomas and it had the name on it. Obviously, it was a corrected version, so like, yeah, you know what? Let's stop opening these packs now. That could have been what happened, but you never freaking know. Miracles do happen. People do buy Roger Craig 90 Tops manager cards for 120 bucks at the flea market. Crazier things have happened. So let's embrace 1990, find some Mandela effects, and at a time of our freaking lives looking for this elusive card. Dennis Cook's second-year card shows up. The Wild Gunslinger, Kevin Wickender. Koufax, turn back the clock. I'm surprised somebody would not be selling that for a bunch of money and claiming it was a 1965 card. Would not put it past someone at the flea market. We got Marty Clary, Tyler Houston, the nice, fresh stick of gum, which I'm not going to eat that tonight. I don't want to chomp in anybody's ears. Mikey G has returned with a Willie McGee emoji. We'd love to see that. The debut of Topps Magazine featuring Jose Canseco. Denny Gladden's scraggly little mont flapping in the wind. Paul L. now singing Informer. Eisenreich in that bulbous and pulsating jugular vein, making me feel uncomfortable and right at home. Sandberg. Randy Bush, Jeff Blauser. We used to hate him when we were younger. Mel Hall minus the poop stain. Kilgus and Brian Harper. The first pack down. Sandberg is the best card. Unless you're a Mel Hall fanatic, then maybe you consider that the best card. And indeed, I retell a story of somebody that reached out to me recently, local, that said he came across the name on front at a yard sale. I think it was about 2 weekends ago. He said there was an older guy that had some cards. He had Ichiro rookie, maybe a Jeter or two rookies, and he had a random no name on front there. And he said he explained what the card was to the guy, showed him some current values or comps, and then offered to help him grade it. And it's crazy because if it's actually legitimate, I mean, there's a bunch of reprints out there. There's the cards your mom threw out. Those are out there, but reprints are pretty, I mean, I've seen a lot of good ones. So you never freaking know, but he said it would definitely probably be a PSA 9 when or if he sends it in. And now you heard me say a PSA 8 just sold for 20 grand last month. Greg Jeffries, those in PSA 10s are decently valuable. If they get about 50 or 60 bucks, typically there's that sweet old Topps binder. I think I have two of those in my basement right now. Paul Elsa's Jose Gonzalez 1000% Mandela effect. Yeah, I feel like I've never seen that card in my entire freaking life. We got Lee C Plays, first time watching live, but have been watching the channel for a bit. Love your videos and vibe. Thanks, Lee C. I'm glad you're able to catch a video. Hojo was always the cover boy for this product in the Beckett. That was the card you saw, and also on the box top. Ron Kittle and a very sassy George Brett throwing a temper tantrum. Sheridan Bo Jackson, Tom Lawless, Mike Scott, directly out of Raiders of the Lost Ark. Ken Howell, Braggs of Sabo, Johnson second year. Brian Fisher was real stoked on him back around this time. And Carlos Martinez, Gold Cup. No sign of Frank Thomas. The precursor in wax is always Kurt Schilling. Tom Gordon is the precursor for Schilling. But in Cello, it's definitely different. I honestly cannot remember. You'd think by now I would know who it was. Penny Sleeve, Stephen House is welcome, Lisi. Yes, indeed. Valentine, manager card, Mark Lemke. And we're looking for partial blacklist as well, but Those are pretty tough to track down also. Jim Gott, Kevin McReynolds and his Scum Stash, Mike Scott, Flash Gordon. Paul says Todd Zeal is the precursor for Mickey West. There's a Big Mac for Corey, who probably isn't in here anymore, and the propaganda piece for some binder pages. And you have to check out the current and up-to-date list of all the 90 Tops polls on the TPI Facebook page. The OG Facebook page, the TPI Marketplace, more than likely we're shutting it down this month. I know some people have been selling on there, but it just kind of seems like it's dead. I don't know. I know there's some sales here and there, but not really a whole lot of activity. Probably going to exit in the next 2 weeks. Franklin Stubbs, I know someone who would have a comment for that card. I'm sure Paul L. could say exactly who that was. Ron Hassey, Kramer, Davis, and Lance McCullers ends that pack. It's going to be a relatively short rip. I do have another wax box lined up, but we're probably going to rip that tonight. Probably save that for next month. Kenny Smith, also in the house. Welcome. Brian Charles says, is there a twisted summer job story in the off thing? Can't really say so. Candelaria, there's Donnie Baseball. Roy Smith, and that X-Files-like background. Hopefully we can pull the trifecta and summon the three-headed Mickey Weston, which we have not seen for quite a while, although he is on standby. One thing you will not see in this rip tonight is the Frank Thomas all name on front. It's a very tough pull, and that is actually a 1-of-1. You also won't see the Marlboro Red Air, Randy Johnson on the scoreboard, also a 1-of-1. But we may see, if the trifecta is pulled, the three-headed Mickey Weston, which is a Nick West SSP. Also a very tough pull. Dante Bichette, second year card. Propaganda Piece, now for a sweet top shirt that I'm obsessed with. Treadway Ozzie Guillen. Mark Knudsen and that never-ending sissy throw. I can never unsee that. Hamilton. Pedro Guerrero. Landrum. Rafael Belliar. We used to hate him as kids. Darren Dalton and no Frank Thomas in that pack. Paul Ellis' three-head Weston makes an appearance every live stream. Thanks to AVI. Gardner, Future Stars card. There's a Jeff Innes rookie card. We got a Nolan Ryan coming up and Spanky LaValliere. 5,000 Ks for the Ryan Express, as Corey would insist on us calling him. There is the Topps glossy propaganda piece. Floyd Fan says, you watched Markakis takes strike one vid. I didn't yet. Did you post in the Facebook group? Yeah, I literally was wrapped up from the time I ended the last live stream until now. I was busy doing other stuff, so I didn't get a chance to watch it. If you post in the Facebook group, I'll definitely check it out once the video's over. Floyd Fan, thank you for that. Tony Gwynn, Jeff Weatherby. You know what? 90 Topps really lacks the offensive signage. I don't think there's one card that has an offensive Eric King with the bitter beer face. Not one Marlboro or booze sign in the background. Trash bag-like wrapper. No Frank Thomas yet. We have a Bernie Williams rookie card showing up. And also a Bartlett Giamatti coming up, which I was really stoked on that card. Probably more so than any card in the set back in 1990. Don't freaking know why. I think it's because it was unlike all the rest of the cards in the set. Phil Stevenson and his limp-wristed antics. Clutterbuck and that sweat-stained hat. Also another card you can not unsee. Darryl Boston looking for Sosa rookie card as well, along with Larry Walker and Juan Gone. Don Blomdahl, what's going on, man? There's Bobby Kelly. Socia, we got a Griffey, though. Ken Hill looks real bummed out that the excitement is just not there for his second year card, as it is for the doctored scab of Ken Griffey Jr. So that's definitely a good one. At one point, I feel like during C19, the pandemic, Griffey's and PSA 10s were right around $1,000. I think they've come way down since then, but they were pretty wild there for a while. Worthington Gold Cup, Girardi's second year card, Tommy Herr, and Mike Brumley. Ends that pack. And then there were 6. Shift these around before I'm tempted to make an ASMR video about it. All the crinkles. Paul F in the house. What's going on, Paul? Yeah, definitely have a busy week here. I have been slacking big time on my videos. In case anyone else noticed that, it's been a long time basically since the '94 Leaf debacle. The video still has not uploaded. It's still buffering in my library though, which is really weird. I don't know if it's ever actually going to upload or not. Jim Abbott, I think someone still has it on eBay for $10,000. Paul Coleman, Kelly Downs and his scum stash now shows up. Hopefully we'll see the Civil War era Mitch Williams in here. Tim Tuffle looking high as hell. Checklist card. Probably get a piece. Downing, Bilecki, Mark Grace, Strawberry, Rance Mullenix, and Yvonne Calderon. Ends that pack. 5 left. Cecil SB Farms. I need to drive by there again. I forget that route that we even took. We'd always say it. We were probably fighting in the car and be like, oh, there's Cecil SB Farms. What the hell is this? Well, I think it's safe to say I'm absolutely obsessed with that. That is the case hit right there. Pretty freaking sick. Dave Smith shows up just to further exemplify that pack. Mitch Webster, some sort of bad flesh-eating bacteria overtaking his face. Sandberg, Kevin Hickey, the first part of the trifecta is going to show up now. Kevin Hickey also had a role in Major League 2, one of the best baseball movies of all time. Tommy Gregg. Paul L says that's better than the name on front. It's pretty sick. Maybe it's in here now. Maybe it's freaking in here. Joe P would probably be pissed if he sent me a box that had that in there, but or the no name on front, I should say. Bonds, Jimmy Key, Scott Bankhead having the time of his freaking life. Flanagan, Tat Paddler now comes forth. Carter, Venezuela. I just call him Venezuela. I'm so used to watching other YouTubers call him Fernando Venezuela. Fernando Valenzuela. Jeez. Yeah, there's definitely a couple that call him Fernando Venezuela, along with a whole bunch of other mishaps. 4 packs remain. Paul added to the butchered list. Send in the BCCG. We need to get this graded immediately. BCCG. This is definitely a piece of collecting history. In your search, have you encountered any of the 8-ish affected cards? I've never encountered any of them. I've never even seen a partial blacklist, the BGO, none of them that have been affected by that. There's a Ripken. I have a good feeling that we're going to see a Thomas, though. I don't know why. I just feel like we're going to. Williamson, I'm not saying we're going to see the error card, but I feel like we might find just a Frank Thomas rookie, a Stan Belinda rookie. Instead, I'll be pissed if Stan Belinda screws me out of a Frank Thomas rookie. And speaking of rookies, this is not one right here, Deion Sanders. Kevin Mitchell. Heard a lot of people call that a rookie card, but it is not a rookie. Lilliquist, Louis Polonia, Matt Noakes. Why is this card all faded? Looks like it's all pixelated. Albert, thanks, man. I don't know if it's a background. There's Oil Can Boyd. Mike Heath, Greg Maddox shows up. Ken Daly and Bob Guerin took the wrath of somebody. Background is gravel. Yeah, but like his face looks like it was pixelated too. That's why I was wondering if it was a gravel or not. But like his whole body looks like it's pixelated. Could just be like an illusion from the gravel in the background, but it looks weird for some reason. Normally, or more so than it usually does. Looks like he was squatting on a sidewalk. Mike Schmidt turned back the clock. Gibby. There's Todd Zeal, and I think we got Mickey Weston. He shows up. Unfortunately, it's not the 3-headed Weston, which we were all hoping for, but we're still excited to see him nonetheless. And Dick Hauser looking sassy and pissed off as ever on that photo. Speaking of people that we hope to see, we do have Mike Walkton here floating in his eternal, well, he's not really floating now. He's kind of lazy, but Mike Walkton is here floating above the tree line in his rookie card. Paul L. is pumped on the Walkton sighting. Stewart is a Sheffield Gold Cup. Fully fancy he did it on purpose. Yeah, I feel like he definitely staged that. Muller. There's Randy McCammon rookie card for Paul L. Nap time for Mike. Albert Bell and Manuel Lee ends that pack. 2 left. All kinds of shrapnel left, but still got that. So I will put that in a freaking top loader and put it on the mantle for years to come. We find a Thomas in these rogue packs. Kevin Bass shows up for Trevor Williams, Delano the Shields rookie card. Would have jumped for joy at that one back in 1990. Bob Nepper, literally fresh out of bed. Eric Yelding, Tom O'Malley. Evans, Propaganda Peace. We got Ken Oberkfell and his little scum stash now. Mickey Hatcher, Joe Carter, Lasorda, Dibble, and there's Billy Ripken. Jumping for joy like Benji Grigsby. That was the piece that caused the 91 fronts. 1 pack left. The last pack. Can we find anything else in here? We found the Bernie Williams rookie, but Gary Wayne is most definitely 1,000% a Mandela effect. I've never seen that card in my life. It did not exist back in 1990, in this dimension at least. Paul L., I hope you can back me up on that one. Marquise Grissom rookie shows up. Davey Johnson. Kelly Gruber, a.k.a. Dave Coulier. The Ben Mack rookie shows up now. Clemens. Mike Smith. Paul says that shadow looks like a giant-ass sweat stain. It definitely does. The last half of the pack. There's been times where we've not found the Thomas before. This time we had kind of an uphill battle with only half a box. So anyone could have went through and already pulled the Thomases out of there and been like, you know what? I don't want the rest of these. And that appears what happened here. But still, it's always a good time nonetheless. We still got a Griffey. We got a Bernie Williams. We did not complete the trifecta, so we will not see the 3-headed West End yet again. But we did find this puzzle piece, treasure map, that may lead me to the 91 front at some point in life. That is how the cookie crumbles, or the junk wax wrappers crumble, I should say. But that's it for tonight. Next month, we'll do it again and again and again for all of eternity until I pull that elusive card. And tomorrow night, we'll open the Getting Back mystery packs. Hopefully, I'll have the weekend recap for you tomorrow. Wednesday will be an auction, and then all kinds of other random goodies. So, the Kiss of Death video every day of the week. Expect hardly any of those from me. But thank you guys all for being here. You guys freaking rule. I will hopefully see you back tomorrow night.